dedicated to all the writers who torment their characters the way God torments the poor and sick. This is the dedication of the craziest book ever written by Mr. W. The first sentence of this book depicts suicide. The protagonist, his name is Johnny and he is a failed writer who decided to take his own life, puts the gun barrel in his mouth and pulls the trigger. However, the gun only backfires and Johnny faints. And it is where the madness starts. Johnny wakes up in a very bizarre manner, to say the least. It turns out that there is a woman's foot in his mouth. At first, he can't recognize the woman, but soon he realizes her name is Joanna. And her foot bashing his throat wouldn't disturb him so much if she only wasn't the character from one of his books. And guess what? She was displeased with her life as well, and she wanted Johnny to change her story. And to make things even more interesting, she wasn't the only one. Johnny soon realized that all the characters from his published and unpublished books have come to life. Some of them are deeply disturbing and have terrible fates, to say the least. For example, there are conjoined twins Jim and Jack. They fall in love with the same prostitute and they fight over her. Jim strangles Jack only to realize that it was Jack's brain in charge of the erections, so he cannot make sweet love to his love and can just look at her. And this isn't even the start of it, but I want to avoid spoilers, so you get the point. Naturally, the characters with such fates are miserable with their lives and they want nothing more but to disappear. And in order to achieve their goal, they must kill the writer. Needless to say, they want to take their vengeance and inflict great suffering on Johnny before they kill him. However, there is a little portion of characters who are pleased with their lives and would like nothing more but to live forever. And since characters from the books live when they are read, they want to repel writer from committing suicide at least until one of his novels becomes the bestseller. They want it so because one best-selling novel will sell all of his other novels and it will allow them to achieve immortality. And it is where the collision starts. There are insane fighting and erotic scenes. For some people, it will be deeply disturbing. For example, the characters that won't repel writer from committing suicide decide to do it by fulfilling his greatest sexual fantasy, in which, well, I'll keep it a secret, but some people will truly consider it inappropriate to say the least. As for the author, he hides behind the pen name of Mr. W, and we have no idea who he is. It might not even be a he, but a she, but considering the writing style, I would pretty much say he's a man. There is a speculation that David Lynch might be behind the pen name of Mr. W, and this is because the strange resemblance of the atmosphere of the book with Twin Peaks atmosphere. However, these are just speculations that come out of AI that spotted 73% of resemblance between the writing style of Mr. W and the writing style of David Lynch. But these are just wild speculations. Another interesting thing is that the book has 13 chapters, and that when AI was passing through this book, it had a glitch on 13th chapter a couple of times before processing it to the end. In the acknowledgements, Mr. W says the book was inspired by a dream in which the angry mob of characters chased him through the forest and wanted to kill him because he didn't write about them. And that dream happened on Bright Monday, and it is the night after Easter. In a way, it is funny because this book ignites the question if people should, if given the opportunity and ability, kill God. Now, there isn't much more to say. Oh, actually, pardon me, there is much more to say about this book, but I don't want to make any spoilers. So, write in the comments what you think, and feel free to subscribe. And yes, you can learn more about the book from the description below.